Morning, guys. How are we?
Morning. Good, thanks. You?
Good, thank you. Hey. Alrighty. Another beautiful day. Bank holiday, so not expecting too much, to be honest. Got bank holiday in the US and then also the UK. I'm just going to interpret what the Bank of Japan guy spoke about. We've got a little bit of German EFO business climate later on. Other than that, looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet day. Doubt there'll be many speakers. We've had ECB's Lane already speaking, saying they're pretty much all good for a rate cut. So we'll see if London Open gives German a bit of a pop. We'll see.
Morning.
Morning, Sarah. Yeah, that is the ECB comments by Lane. It was more. Where is that comment? Central bank ready to cut interest rates. This one here. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, now Ueda spoke early on, so looks like oh yeah, and then the finance minister as well. So it looked like overall the Bank of Japan feel like they're getting close to the deflation battle ending. So that would strengthen the yen. And we're seeing indeed yen be Aussie yen's ticked up to neutral now, but we're seeing euro yen have a little bit of a correction. Pound yen as well is down minus 0.07% for the day, and US yen down minus 0.12% for the day so far. So yen's been the stronger one in this very quiet session. Now we'll just have to have a little peek and see what happens with this open. Does anyone take gold? Gold buys came in quite nicely. I was watching it when we opened.
Yeah, I'm in gold.
Yeah.
I left it on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared of buying gold after last week.
After what, sorry?
After last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's a nice area now.
I think Paul and I both got PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having flashbacks. Even when he said gold, I just had a flashback.
I remember a conversation we had about a good area for buys before it's dumped about 300 pips out.
Now it's a really good area for buys. Yeah. Here we go. Here are my zones. So yeah, I quite like this this zone that we're at. So I'm not sure if this is the bottom though. I wasn't sure, but I was thinking at when the market opened, I was awake when it first opened, and it gapped up, and then it came back down, and I was like, "Gosh, do I want to leave a buy going overnight?" And I thought, I kept on going back to it, and then thinking about it. The spread was around 3.5 pips, and I was like, I'm just not sure. I was like, I think there's a huge chance that we push up into these areas, but I really I probably could have. We got it moved to 120 pips, so definitely could have. From the low to the high, 150 pips. That's insane move. But I was more thinking if I'm going to take a buy here, then what I wanted to see was 23.70 hit. That's where I wanted to see price go to, or that's where I want to see price go to. So I thought, you know, for 3 pips, we could probably take that. You know, for pay a 3 pip spread, would be getting in around like here. And I thought, well, it's probably worth it, but I just wasn't sure if this was the low, or we're going to like dig deeper into the bottom of the structure. And if that's the case, are we going to bounce off this area? So I'm going to actually keep an eye. I've got a little alert you can see here. I might just drag that up a little bit higher. It's around 23.20. See if that can be a bit of a bottom. But notice as well, like when you do have these, like gold can do big drops like this. Big drops, relative, you know, that was a big drop. This was a big drop. And even when you have these big drops, obviously this big drop turned into a recovery. I was thinking, well, what's the chance? Why'd that one move? What's the chance that? Let's lock this. This one, they're all locked. Yeah, cool. Of getting in just for like a bit of a swing entry. Not sure if this is the bottom, but I'm pretty bullish overall on gold. Is that when you do get these drops, you also get 50% pullbacks, don't you? And we're not sure if the bottom is in, but
it's a 4-hour, pretty significant 4-hour close underneath previous structure to the left. So when it looks like a fake out, but it's a pretty convincing close on the 4-hour, right?
yeah. But there's this area as well, and like there was. So this has done some damage to the trending structure because it closed on the 4-hour structure. So now it's also gone into a correction. So when you see like a lot of the time when you see price start do this, and it starts from like an accumulation phase, and then it's gone and started doing the trending, and then we've got structure for the trend to continue. The second structure is the maximum. I'd want it to pull back. So that would be this one. And there's pretty good reactions that you get from the second structure. But what we've done is we've closed underneath here. And now if we got bearish structure underneath that structure, like bearish price action forming underneath that structure, then the trend is now switched from uptrend to downtrend. But usually this still only holds is that once we break second structure, we usually go to the bottom of the accumulation of where it broke out in the first place. So in this situation, this is like the accumulation, like this whole zone is where it sort of accumulated orders. And then we started from here getting that trending structure. So we broke second structure, but now we're in that accumulation zone. So maybe it can just start again from here. So that's why I was thinking maybe it's not bad shout to have just left one on. I didn't. I thought, yeah, I didn't really want to put it on a personal account, and I thought, why don't I just do this on a prop account? And I was like, oh, I just don't know about the lot sizes that I need to do to make sure I don't ruin anything, because I wanted to scale into this if it does indeed go lower. I'm still confident of a 50% correction, even if this is a downtrend. Just because of the way that it's come down so quickly, that it's surely all the fundamentals are still very much in favor of metals and commodity hard assets being bullish. So I thought there's a good chance for it to, be close to a bottom or be close to a 50% pullback. Because if this is like, you can see like here where we move from this big drop, where we've gone from 23.85. Is that 23.85? No, it's higher than that, isn't it? Yeah, about 2,400. Drop from 2,400 all the way down to 2,290. We still comfortably had a 50% pullback, and then the same thing again.
So if it goes long at this point, it could be confusing because you could you could interpret it that it's going long off second structure, or it could be a big pullback to go short underneath second structure.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, like I think when you got a big drop like that, you're still a high chance that you get a move like this as well. So it's the thing is like I don't really want to hold too much drawdown, but as a swing trade idea, whether I use the top or this swing high, either way, that 50% would put me around this area. And I'm fine with that. And I was thinking, well, what if I just looking for this orange line sitting underneath this like resistance, support, makes sense that this could push up to resistance and then keep on dropping. Thing is if we kept on dropping, then I'd just say, well, you know, that 50% pullback now is going to be lower and it's still going to be in line with where I'm looking for it. It's just my entry was not great. I don't really want to hold 100 pip drawdown, but as this idea, what I'd be looking at is I'd be looking to scale in again from all my different zones that I've got. Because I'm actually still bullish. I still think there's a huge chance of recovering.
Paul can teach you about that.
How's that going anyway? Is that?
I'm actually going to go because I'm going to jump on a train and go to pick up my residence permit.
Oh.
So I might join you on the train again.
Okay. All right.
See you soon.
See ya. So now with gold as well, one thing that would make me a bit more concerned. So we can see on here on the monthly chart, we're just very, very bullish, having this like the established breakout from here, and we had the little retest already on the monthly, and now we're pushing up. It could get messy inside this zone. I still think 2000s is the floor. I don't think we'll be, you know, I don't think we'll be breaking under here anytime soon. The weekly chart paints a little bit of a different picture. We had a fairly heavy week, and we should tomorrow get obviously the more institutional sells put in on a week that closes like this. So we need to understand, have institutional traders added to short positions, and then are they looking to start unwinding by like long positions to have a bit more of a deeper pullback? We'll have to see. If this weekly candle is going to hold. Pretty nasty weekly candle, but we've also had a nasty weekly candle over here as well, and that one just got faded straight out. Now on the daily, this is where things get a little bit interesting. I don't think, like, we've got a support, and we've got a new higher close, and we've got a drop. So the structure is still very much intact for bullish longs. It's just whether we start to drop a little bit lower or have a correction up to that 50% and then start pushing down again. If we start seeing a pattern like this kind of head and shoulders or divergence or M shape, yeah, you know what, we might be in line for a deeper correction if we start seeing stuff like that play out. But I'm still pretty confident that we're not going to go down in a straight line like that, especially the way that we've got these marginal buyers. Interest rate sensitivity could bring gold down a little bit, but I think that also with all the geopolitical fears going around, gold's going to be pretty well supported. So I'm pretty keen for that buy, and it's just, I'm not too scared about this big drop. Scary if you're using a lot of leverage, because you can't afford to hold something like this. But if you go in with the open mind, and you know, it's a little bit too soon to say whether this is a bottom and then we're going to push up from here. So you can either day trade and just pick your battles and then just have the ability to close if you need to. But if it gets to a certain loss amount, like how much in dollars are you giving it maximum for this trade to work out, or percentage wise? Because I can make this trade, you know, fairly low risk, where I don't need to do, like, if I think it's going to go up to this 2370, even if I entered now and looked for something like this, you know, if I just wanted to have a very low stress-free trade, I can put this as a tiny position and just say, look, I just don't know where to put my stop loss, but pretty confident that it's not going to go underneath this structural level right here that's holding up everything. I'd say there's a pretty good chance, like I'll just cut my losses if that's the case. And I don't want to, like, you know, that looks ridiculous doing something like this. But there's a chance I don't want to miss this trade. So I can make this like really low risk. For example, I could make this, there's a lot of pips. Let's say, for example, I made this worth 0.5% or X amount of dollars, but I'm actually looking at scaling in along the way. Like, you know, I don't think it's going to get down to these levels, but I can start adding a little bit more weight into this like position trade idea. This is a position trade. Position trade meaning something I'm willing to hold potentially for 3 months. It's on the wrong side of a carry trade, which is a bit annoying. So you'd be paying swap fees. If it was sells, I wouldn't be paying swap fees. I'd be actually making a little bit. But out of an idea for like bigger macro, that would make sense to slowly position yourself into longs. Obviously, that's very different to the way we trade. We're just looking for scalp sessions and these things. But when we talk about like trades I've got on the boil, on the back burn, I've got these kind of trades running just based on my macro view.
Hayden, isn't it it's a bit safer at the moment to tighten that stop loss, because I was thinking most of the stop order liquidity that was sitting there from last week that drove the down sell, they would have been cleaned out now. I mean, I can't imagine there's too many buyers still left unless they entered buy positions on Friday.
What do you mean?
Well, the stop orders that existed in gold from buyers, right? They would have all been sitting underneath swing lows, and those have pretty much been cleaned out. It dropped so far that there's probably nothing left unless you entered a buy position on Friday.
Yeah, people that were in longs here, a lot of them are probably being cleared out, and fundamentally nothing really changes in. Well, for me, I think apart from this big drop which started with interest rate sensitivity, I'm still pretty sure that, you know, gold's going to catch a bid when it gets down to these areas. And it was quite clear that price had run out of buyers at this point. So is it because of the interest rate sensitivity? Was this to do with just heavy selling? Or was this to do with that the gold trade became so crowded, so one way, that there are only buyers in the market? And if there's only buyers and they've bought up everything, there's nothing left to buy because there's no one willing to sell to them. So price starts to drop because there's no buy. There's no one willing to. There's no new buyers can come in. Everything's been bought up. So price drops, and now there could be areas where there's people willing to sell because people jump into sell positions because they see this big drop, see this big weekly candle, and now that creates enough of an impulse that buyers can start to take that sell side liquidity again. I think it's a, you know, I'm not.
I reckon you've convinced me to buy gold again.
So I'm not 100% certain that the bottom is in, and that's why I'm saying, like, I'm pretty confident though that we're going to hit 2360, or at least 2370 again. Pretty confident we hit 2370 before we like absolutely crater. I'm pretty confident in that case. So yeah, you know, doesn't mean I want to buy like right now. Like, it would have been the ideal opportunity to have bought straight away on the open. But I didn't want to be checking it all through the night. But I'm looking for buys. I'm not really looking for sells too much at the moment. For a swing trade. For a day trade, obviously it's just really going to matter where when volume does kick in and which way we're breaking. We could easily take a sell for 20 pips, so don't rule out sells. But over the bigger picture, I still think that there's a good chance that we recover some of these clean candles before. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is the question mark. When we get back to this retracement zone, this is now the turning point. Do we kick on, or are we just making a lower high? Who knows? I can't forecast that far into the future. Now we've got 1 more minute until German Open. Just want to see if there's any little movement here. Are you guys looking for any specific trades, ideas? Nope, nothing. Silence. Haven't had a look yet, Tom. That's all good.
Yeah, I like the long move on this session. There's nice support from a 1 hour HCS at the bottom of the Euro session as well.
All right. So this is the open now. You still in the UK, or are you back home?
I'm in South Africa at the moment. I'm going home on Thursday.
Did you get to Wrexham? Did you go to Wrexham?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. I got good weather over there though. I arrived in the rain. It was sunny all week, and I left in the rain.
Okay, so we've got Asia low. We've got some clean candles above and below price. So which one do I want to target? Do I want to target here, or do I want to target here? Kind of feel like I want to target this one with those comments, but we've got a bit of conflict in the chat in YouTube. Jan saying it swept the Asian low. Arnis is saying, when did it sweep the Asian? Yeah, sometimes this little move actually indeed is lower than here on some brokers. OS, I prefer a 20 pip drop and then longs. We've got a big clean candle over here as well. So this, I wonder if we can take out this bit before going long. Oh, you meant Asia high. Yeah, okay, that one for sure. Some brokers will have that as being swept and some are not. You're trading on funding pips. Took Asia high as well. What time does funding pips broker open? Is it on the very first hour or they close for a bit longer? I think that's because sometimes these candles are missing. We're going to take the fix. Did you get any turbulence on the way home? See in the news?
I saw that. That was about 2 days before I flew. Was it a Singapore flight or something?
Yeah, and then they had another one with Qatar.
You kidding? I missed that. Well, I'm not going anywhere near there, and I'm not traveling with those airlines, so maybe a good thing. But
well, it's when you go over the equator.
No, it was all good. But it sounds like there was a couple of people injured on that first flight.
Heaps of injured, yeah. Heaps. They basically just got launched into the ceiling. Alright, I wouldn't mind seeing price push up into this little zone. And then see what happens here. But now when you get like, this is all the rage now, turbulence. So you're going to see it often, I reckon. Every little report will, like little incident will be reported, where it's probably quite common. But yeah, pretty scary. Like, I remember being in some bad turbulence on a little tiny flight, doing like a regional flight in Australia. And I was with my boss, and she looked at me and she's like, we're gonna die. I was like, don't say that. Like, she was freaking out. It was scary as. Like, that's the first time I've been like lifted out of my seat. Okay, come on.
That previous 5-minute candle just it just cleaned out the Hong Kong gap.
I haven't got it here.
Just touch the bottom of it and flick back up.
Where's my chart with that gap on it? Here it is.
I'm not sure it's relevant because it had already been visited earlier in Frankfurt, but
Oh yeah, here we go. Come on, push. Ah, there we go. That's the one, isn't it? Wait, is that the one?
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Check there. So the Hong Kong gap's tiny today. It's there you go.
Oh, okay, the green one. Yeah. Come on, you. Yeah, keep pushing up. It's what we all want to see.
If you hear snoring, it's not me, it's my dogs.
Come on, push. I want to see it at least take this zone. The more likes we get on the stream, the better this chance is. So if you guys are watching, can you give it a like? It's good karma for us to push up. Goldilocks. Hey Dan, happy bank holiday. So Nas took out the Asia high just beforehand. Nas as well, this area looks interesting. This whole zone. Once we got above that, we've got clean candles. Oh, tactical not liking, so price comes back.
I think the nap was still wrong with the same nap. As soon as she started moving, came out.
Yeah.
It was mainly weak.
Looks like she's got a dark shadow
Where?
on her right eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's been around me.
Oh, it's not a black eye.
I don't think so. I think it's just for her being against me.
Oh, that's why this in the indie, when it tries to like have all the different ones here, it squeezes the chart so much. Okay, come on. Let's go. No, that's not good.
Wrong way.
Yeah. Well, either way, I want it to get out of this zone. And we've got some areas down below that it could go to, and areas above here. So it's got to break out this one way or another. Whether it comes down to this bit, whether it goes up to this bit. But I'd like it to go up and then go down, potentially. Only because I got an entry from the lows. And I'd rather just take one trade today and be done with it. Ah, it's going to be poo. Okay, so what other news do we have? So I'm expecting today to be pretty crappy. I'm not really looking for much today, but it's good practice to be to do a stream. Still watch it. Yeah, but even tomorrow I'm expecting to be quite a lot of pent-up volatility or volume because of the long weekend. So Tuesday could be quite quite nice moves, but there's no real technical drivers, so we don't know what is gonna be. I guess Bank of Japan's core CPI will be quite telling, but it's not until Thursday we get a little bit more. So Wednesday got CPI, German prelim CPI, probably a whole bunch of bank speakers, and then Thursday's where it gets interesting. Unemployment, probably pending home sales, and then Friday we've got core PCE, so that'll be really nice. Really nice, that one. So we'll get some better direction, but other than that, it's a fairly quiet. Oh, sorry, GDP on Thursday as well. Very big, very big. But other than that, it's probably going to be a bit of a quiet week, you know. Has everyone here had a chance to watch the study session that we did on Saturday? Not yet, Tom? Not yet, Thorsten? Going to ask if you guys had any questions from it. Morning, Sphinx. Hey Dave, you're back. You're on the train now. Yeah, I want to see at least this bit taken out. That's what I'm hoping, that we continue pushing up to at least here, and then I want to see what price does at this zone to see if we can keep on pushing up into this clean traffic area. So this zone, so we've got the Asian high. We haven't quite taken the Asian high liquidity. We've got Euro high still intact. And then when we go over here to the left, we've got this little bit of structure just here that's sitting above. We had a New York sellers here that led that big sell-off on the Thursday. So that high is still intact. We've just about touched it. Okay, just about touched it today, Asian session. So I think this is very much a target. And then once we take out the high of this area, we've got clean candles. But first time touch, taking out this little pocket of liquidity, I will expect a reaction. But hopefully we can at least push up into this zone, because then it'll be a decent enough trade to take some profits off the table. Just need to break out. See this, at least this happen. Well, yeah, come on, push. That's the next TWAP, is it? I only just saw, I was driving to London yesterday, so I saw all their stuff only when I was having some breakfast this morning, Dave, about your stuff on the TWAP. I need to have a look at it. Looked like it was some good questions. Alright, we're pushing now. Let's go. Oh yeah, come on. Nice. That's good. Lovely. So I'm going to close a bit here. And hopefully the runner can make it to my total target. So taking some profit at 30 pips and then see if we can get that last 20 from the runner. Very nice. Nice, I've did the same thing. 50%, 33 pips. Yeah, exactly. Especially for a day like today. And two bank holidays. Good start. The 1 hour showed the way. Yeah, good one. I wasn't looking at the 1 hour. I looked at the 30-minute as this little zone. It seemed quite clear that it should take out the Asian high. Getting so close to Asian high without taking it was like a little bit uncertain if it was going to take the Asian low at this point. So I'm glad it had the legs to kick on. And this area could be challenging, so it's a good idea to secure at this point. Now if we can get a closure above the structure, then you can start looking to trail the stop a bit. Dan, did that pull back, was that enough to get you into the trade?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, good one. So now you've given it a like here, is that right?
Mate, I really like it.
Nice.
I actually got in on a 2-minute there. That little doji in the middle.
This one here.
Yep.
Awesome work, guys. Yeah, my entry was here on this candle. I wasn't waiting for it to break the high or anything. It was just happened to be once it pushed down, I was like stalling here because I was watching the 5-minute. It just happened to be when I pushed the button to buy. Buy and close your eyes. Yeah, close your eyes and push buy. Just don't miss the button. Done that before. I've entered into a trade. I was super confident with it, and it was a sell trade, and it was at resistance. And you always open up in the red as soon as you enter into the trade. So I was in the red, and then price was coming down, and I was still in the red. I was like, oh, that's so strange. I was like, why am I still in drawdown? I should easily have covered the spread right now. And then price sort of came back up, and it got a little bit better, and I was thinking maybe there's a bit of a delay in my charts. And then price started pushing down, and it started getting worse and worse and worse. I was looking, I was like, oh my god, I'm blind. And I meant to be in the sell. That was a good couple of years ago. I remember that trade, because I remember that one specifically rattled me, because I was like, oh my god. So then I closed that buy immediately when I realized I was buying when I was meant to be selling. And then as soon as I closed it, I entered it into a sell, and price started pushing back up. I was like, oh, it was the absolute worst case. So I was in the right direction by accident. But then the sell, I literally closed it at the worst point, maximum loss. Like the spread, it was just like at the very tip of it, and then entered into a sell, and then that sell got put in, and price had like started pushing. It was almost like price had never even got there. And then it started going that way. Just really annoying. Dumb mistakes. Okay, this is the make or break line. So we're getting close to the 15-minute and the 30-minute coming to a close. This new 15-minute candle looks beautiful. We've got some clean candles here. Potentially a rejection zone if we've got New York high, another liquidity pocket, Asia high liquidity. So this is a dangerous zone for, yeah, like that. See that rejection? That was quick as well. Look at that. Just took the high and then a 15 pip drop, just like that. 18 pips, and literally seconds. Back to the open. Took that little gap. Alright, we're going to kick on, or we're going to have another rejection from here. If we reject the same area a second time, then there's a good chance that support will break. Otherwise, I'd like to see it break and close above here for the second time. Then we can probably get that carry on. 30 minutes come to a close. 30 seconds. So far, looking beautiful. Looking like a really nice looking 30-minute candle. Okay, now if we can get a carry on, I'd be pretty stoked if we can even just keep on pushing this little level now. Oh, gold. Gold just looks pretty dead at the moment. Yeah, London Open's kicked on. We've been stuck in like a 12 pip range. Come on. Can do it. Come on, one more leg up. So we're struggling just at this little zone for now. Little rejection, rejection, push up, and we'll buy into a sell. That's where we're currently at. So I see it just push into this little grey zone. All right. Looks like everything's getting all very quiet. So don't really have anything to talk about with the bond yields. What we covered. It doesn't look like many. I don't think doesn't seem like many people watched the session after as well, apart from the ones that were there. But the bonds are closed today because of the US, so not much you can do for practice with these guys. Yeah, then the rest of the markets, I think it's going to be fairly quiet. So apart from this trade, just want to see this one kick on, but then otherwise probably just going to call it. We'll go through some gold ideas as well. I'll just give this a few more minutes. See if we can just pop up another 6 pips. Really wanted to see that happen. I mean, the structure's quite nice from the open. We pulled back, grabbed liquidity. Then we've been trending from here. So objective for the buyer's market would be to take out the highs. Hopefully keep extending them. We've got a little bit of structure here on the higher time frame. Let's just see if we can just push.
Hayden, I missed. How did you get into yours at that? What gave? Was it just at that zone that you pulled the trigger?
Was basically on the 30 minutes. Really how I did. Cause I did this. I did that, and I did that. So you see my red zones that I had?
Yeah.
So, because I didn't think there's going to be much of a fundamental driver today because of the bank holiday. But the comments from ECB Lane that we covered on Financial Juice, talking about rate cuts, I thought would hold more weight than so I thought there'd be more of a chance that the equities are bullish. And then I thought, well, we're ranging in here, and if we do break out, which is more likely? Is it more likely to go for these clean candles or these clean candles? And then where's my just resistances based on like 30-minute candles? Like that's resistance. Then you've got the Asian high we want to break out. Then you've got the Asian low that will need to sweep at some stage. And then you've got clean candles, and that's the next resistance that was acted as a which could act as a support. So which was it more likely to break out of? And then when London gave that gift of pulling back, I thought, well, I want to target up here, but I want to improve my risk reward. So it's better for me to enter the bottom end of this risk range rather than up here. So when it came down, it was like it was going down fairly quickly in the first like few minutes. And then as soon as it started slowing, I thought, oh, I think this is the time now. So just entered, just didn't look for any specific candles. Just that it was pulling back, it was slowing. It's at the lower end of this range, and I thought there's more of a chance it breaks out to the upside.
Yeah, okay.
And we hit it. There we are. Maddie's all happy now. She's excited for me. So yeah, Daddy.
I think we will continue pushing to the upside, at least to previous weekly high.
To weekly high? That'll be nearly all-time high.
The previous weekly high.
This one, up here.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, that's
because we get a manipulation from downside now on the last weekly candle. So at least if you wanna go again, this thing price gonna take on this high, or at least show some manipulation on daily here to come back to the downside.
Yeah, nice one.
And so on daily also we got a manipulation from downside. So if I wanna go against that thing, we have to, this daily has to have been closed bearish or manipulation from upside as attempted FU. Then maybe we can go against this manipulation. Then maybe we will come back into the downside.
You got a bit of a HCS here.
Yeah. We formed that resistance, but this candle is just a nothing candle. I think that was a bank holiday also, I think, something on that day. So
German
I
bank
think it
holiday.
was, yeah. So it was a nothing happened there. So I think going again this candle, we already formed manipulation from downside. So if I wanna go against that thing, either price already took out the previous daily high. So this daily has to close bearish. Otherwise, we will gonna take the high here, even this liquidity also, and maybe we will then get any kind of bearish momentum to the downside.
Cool. Pretty pretty simple day. It's actually been an easier day than some of the other days we had last week, in the last couple of weeks. Hey. Sometimes we've had like that really aggressive move in the first 5 minutes, and then it's gone like track sideways, but at least like it gave a nice little sell to buy. And this, I think this was just looking to the left, low volume, so some of these areas are going to just have more of a reaction because these are going to be little pockets of liquidity. But that was the first, like that was the last support that led to that higher high, higher close before the big drop. And then we've got this little gray zone, which is more clear. Just more clear on the, like say, the 3 minutes. Maybe the 15 minutes. Maybe the 30 minutes. Where is it? Why do they have that zone in there for? Oh, over here. There it is. That's the start of it. So this whole pocket. This whole little pocket. It's not like a perfect science, of course. Not like perfectly accurate. It was just I thought inside of this area is that we've got this area here as a support that pushed price up, and then we had like some really aggressive candles push down, and then we had a retest and then push down. So this is like a fair value gap as well. So 50% of that fair value gap, often price will have a reaction. Plus we've got plenty of other little bits and pieces inside of here. So I'm not trying to get like too deep in the weeds. I'm just saying that I still think there's a good chance we keep on going up, but I'm expecting that to be, you know, I don't think there's going to be clean candles all the way through that level. Like other days, I'm more confident with London volume that we can just push up cleanly. So this, I know there's going to be a couple obstacle courses along the way. So I just need to brace myself and think, well, where's a logical place to take profits? Or where do I think price can slow down? And you can see like it's fairly accurate. We had that rejection from the top of the green zone. Then I thought we're going to have a little bit of slowdown, this yellow zone, yellow line. And then we pushed up into the gray zone, had another little reaction. Hopefully we can just keep on this bullish structure continuing. Unless we break under the second structure, then I'd say we go back to the where price sort of consolidated before that move. Other than that, you know, I just hope we just keep on pushing bullish. So TP set, I'll let the TP or the stop loss close here because I've already closed partials now. Now it's just a runner. All right, well, we're going to cover gold, but YouTube, I'm going to end it there. So trade safe, guys. Look after yourselves. Make sure you don't do your dough on a day when we're not really expecting too much volume with the two bank holidays that we have over here. UK bank holiday followed by the US bank holiday. Is gold open actually for gold closes early today?
Yeah, no, gold open, but I don't think we're gonna get that much volume today.
It's open, but does it close early? Maybe it depends on your broker. Oh, that's 2022. For me, Sometimes they close at like 7 o'clock UK, UK to like 2 p.m. US time. Anyway, I won't be trading it today too much. We're gonna go through the gold thing now, but YouTube, I'm gonna end the stream there. Hope you guys had a good session. Hope you learned something, even if you can be 1.01 better than you were yesterday. Just this little thing, power of compounding. So I'm glad that you guys showed up, and then just taking away anything that can make yourself something you didn't know, or just something that maybe something clicks just a little tiny bit better every day is the goal. All right, so you guys take care. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.